To also congratulate our athletes. Mr. Speaker, the performance
I
in
thought
Paris,
this side is for footballers, not athletes.
Mr. Speaker,
But we are coming this way.
Mr. Speaker, the performance in Paris was splendid. And I want to join you, Mr. Speaker, and members of Parliament and the entire country in congratulating our sportsmen and sportswomen. We must not forget, Mr. Speaker, the people behind, the coaches, the people who spend so much time in the training camp to prepare these athletes. Part of that training team, Mr. Speaker, includes my own brother, Mutembei. And I want to give him congratulations for what he has done, not only for the people of Kericho, but also for this country. And finally, Mr. Speaker, Beatrice Chebet, for winning us 2 gold medals. We, the people of Kericho, are so proud of you. For Faith Kipyegon, for achieving what no human being has ever achieved, we congratulate you. For Wanyonyi, who is 20 years old and managed to beat a rope of Canada, we congratulate you. We congratulate all of them. And finally, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Murkomew, the minister, there are areas in which we've done extremely well in the past. But there is now a challenge from America, there's a challenge from Ethiopia, there's a challenge from other countries. Please focus on steeplechase, please focus on middle distances like 1,500, and as you have said yourself, go to other areas in which this nation has not been doing well. Congratulations, Kenya, and congratulations, my elder brother, Mutembei. Thank you.
Honorable Julius Meli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to really give congratulations and a lot of adulations for the Olympic team. The Olympic team this time, having won a total of 12 gold medals. This one is a real honor to this country. What the country needs, and I think the athletes have shown, from 1957 in Mexico, 68, all the way up to now in Paris. Mr. Speaker, if there is any good name Kenya has earned, it is from the athletes. And I want the government and the ministry to put a lot of emphasis. Kenya has been a power in long and middle distances, which we are slowly losing to our neighbors, Uganda, Ethiopia, and even emerging powerhouses like those in South Africa, and even Canada, and even the US. We really need to invest in this, Mr. Speaker. And more particularly, we need to motivate the athletes. You'll realize that the winners, even in Bahrain, some of them will get a lot of motivation in terms of houses, cars, cash awards. Kenya needs to know that even those people, some Kenyans win, even in other parts of the world. If we are able to bring our Kenyans here, motivate them, and they all run for our country, we are actually going to lead. Even the US and other Western countries cannot beat us. So in this case, we want to really inspire the young and make sure that the athletics fraternity is recognized and is motivated, and the young know that they'll earn a living out of it. I support, and I want to say congratulations, athletes.
Is the honorable member next to the chair budget and appropriations committee, Honorable Ruto? Yeah, give him the mic.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to allow our athletes who have actually demonstrated the capacity that they can lift the flag of this nation and the name of our nation. I want to single out the beautiful ladies of Kenya who actually put us to the map of the world. Not to forget one man, Wanyonyi. Mr. Speaker, you need to know the story of that young man. He was a herdsman in a village called Kosirai, and that family had favor in him. They took over him as a child, took him to school, gave him an opportunity. Today, he's running with the quality of Kenya. It demonstrates to us that we can be good Kenyans and support the destitute in a society, and we give them a second chance. That is a story that I really wanted to say. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, because of time, is also now to call upon the Athletics Kenya and Federation. We've had a lot of issues here every now and then, especially surrounding elections. It is time we need to look at it, because if you look at the behavior and the performance, much the ladies did us favor by winning. We had a lot of challenges on our specific track events like 3,000 steeplejanes that Kenya has been winning every now and then. But slowly, we are drifting. It shows there's a problem somewhere, either in the selection or in the process of training and identifying the team. And all goes together zeros to the leadership. Mr. Speaker, I want to call upon that. The government side, the new CS, Honorable Murkomew, should begin now to sit down and look at the Federation of Athletics Kenya. We cannot afford to lose what it has been known for Kenya for a long time. That has been our brand. Now other countries are coming in. 800 again, women and men. We are seeing other countries like America. They are shifting from their short races. Now they're coming to long races where Kenya has been doing well. The fact that we did well, we came out the first one in Africa, but we saw losing on the critical areas of our performance that has been known for us. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ferdinand Wanyonyi.
I was Northern Iran, but I can assure you, Mr. Speaker, the boy actually comes from a village called Matisi. From what I'm told, I didn't know the boy, in KO Ward, and therefore I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the whole team. They actually brought us, I was just traveling in from the world, and people are saying, now look, are you from Kenya? I said, yes, you've done wonders. So we want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to our team, and I particularly want to take this opportunity to assure members here. The boy called Emmanuel Wanyonyi comes from my ward, from my constituency, and I will make a homecoming. I've already told my people on the ground to welcome the boy, and if there's anything, I think we want us to motivate these boys and girls to make us even more proud, because we're the top in the world. I mean, 14th in the world, and the top in Africa is not a walk in the park. I want to take this opportunity to thank the athletes, and particularly Kijana called Emmanuel Wanyonyi, my namesake. Please, I'll welcome him. You will see it on your TV, you will see it, whatever it is, because the boy has made us proud as Kenyans. Thank you so much. You'll be invited as well to come and witness that. Oh,
Catherine Omanyo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand as one of the most proud to be Kenyan at this moment, looking into how our Olympians participated. In the face of adversity, they still showed unparalleled strength, because we had changes just before they went to participate. We had GNZ's issues that had come up, and we thought maybe they would be stressed naturally because they are also patriotic. So I watched the whole time, and there was a moment where, looking into the Olympics Games as a whole, the boxing game, I witnessed something that was a little bit unfair, and it's good to mention because I know in Kenya in future we will be participating. Let the transgender fight transgender. Let the male athletes run with the male athletes, and let the female athletes also compete with the female athletes. Let's not confuse a man who almost has features of a woman fighting a real woman. It was a little bit unfair, but our Wanyonyi, who my friend CNN...
Are you saying some man pretended to be a woman and was allowed to fight women?
Yes, we have human rights that acknowledge if a transgender is there and wants to be seen as a woman, they have been given that. But let the transgender fight transgender and not...
Yes, Honorable KJ, what is out of order?
Mr. Speaker, it is the standing orders of this House that dictate that each member should be accountable for the veracity of the statements they make. And Mr. Speaker, the honorable member being a first-time member, you might also want to tell them what the rules dictate about when another member stands on a point of order, because she doesn't seem to be understanding, to be knowing what happened.
Just hit a bit, the Honorable Manyo.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Catherine Omanyo should be responsible for the veracity of the statements she made. And she's making these statements in relation to a boxer who is from a country called Algeria. This boxer happens to be a lady. The committee did everything that it needs to do to verify that this woman is indeed a woman. And so she should not in any way be referred to as a transgender or anything else, because all that needs to be done...
Honorable KJ, the Honorable Catherine Omanyo neither named nor identified anybody. All she said is that as a matter of principle, men should fight men and women should fight women. Yes, so I get you, Honorable Catherine Omanyo, wind up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker,
no, you are not debating again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for protecting me. I want to come back to acknowledge that actually our athletes, when there, how they fly, how they run, how they talk, it just says that Kenya is above. And anything that tries to bring us down as a nation, they should see how our sprinters do it. We are above. Actually, the world should keep watching. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Wilberforce Oundo and then Honorable Jared Okello last. Members, we have other businesses to transact.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me also join my fellow Kenyans for congratulating the 11 who brought us medals. Let's also congratulate all the other members of the entourage who accompanied the entire team to Paris for the Olympic Games. Honorable Speaker, it's worth noting, and I want to echo on the sentiments of my colleagues, that we are starting to lose our traditional points of strength, Honorable Speaker. We have done from eternity very well in some races, which we are starting to lose out, Honorable Speaker. And that could either explain 2 or 3 things. One, either archaic coaching styles, or there's unfair selection of athletes who are going to compete in these games. Honorable Speaker, I also want to make this point very clear, that our athletes are our best global ambassadors. Wherever they are, they depict what Kenya ought to be and what Kenya is. Unfortunately, Honorable Speaker, at the end of their running career, at the end of when they are no longer competing, we don't seem to see them, we don't seem to hear them. They disappear into oblivion. Honorable Speaker, I want to urge Athletics Kenya, invest in these athletes in terms of communication, so they can become brand ambassadors. They can become advertisers for various products in the world. And for you to do that, you must be a good communicator. With those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I congratulate the team.
Honorable Jared Okello.
I thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I do 800 meters and a walking race for Bunge Athletics, and that feeds into the passion that I have for athletics, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I watched the entire athletic session in Paris, Honorable Speaker. And at one time I was very disappointed when our numbers was intermittent between the 30s and 40s. And our last minute ditch by our athletes on long races, Honorable Speaker, rekindled my ecstasy. And as a matter of fact, at the end, we were very proud of what our country can do. Honorable Speaker, we need incentives for those who participate in these games and bring medals to this country. We need also academies, because Wanyonyi, who did 800 meters, together with a lady called Yavi, who has since moved to Bahrain, are testaments that indeed we can run beyond Rift Valley. And therefore, if we have academies strewn all over our country, Honorable Speaker, we can nurture more talents in that regard. Honorable Speaker, one fundamental thing that we also need to invest in, some of these athletes come from very humble background. They get these dollars, but because they lack the capacity to put them into productive use, some of them just burn these monies out, and at the end, even attempt to commit suicide. how do we then ensure that at the end we have counselors and business gurus who can take them through investment programs, Honorable Speaker, so that these monies are not taken to waste? I thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity.
Honorable Beatrice Kemei, under Standing Order number 1, had on very special request.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to appreciate the fact that you've given me this opportunity with this fact that 2 of the athletes, and especially Beatrice Chepet, who won 2 medals, come from Kericho County. I want to congratulate the athletes, Honorable Speaker. Faith Cherotich, who also won this steeplechase, comes from Kericho County, and Beatrice, for that matter. Honorable Speaker, and all the other athletes, Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate them very sincerely and to let us encourage the athletes, Honorable Speaker. I attended a function of Faith Cherotich one time, and I was so impressed by the fact that she built a very beautiful house for her parents. This is to say, Honorable Speaker, that when these athletes get whatever they are given, they should be encouraged to invest more so that next time we'll be able to see what they have. And in line with that also, Honorable Speaker, we have the Paralympic that is coming, and whoever will win a gold should also be awarded just like these others, Honorable Speaker. There shouldn't be no difference. They should not be differentiated from the others. They should be also given the amount that others are given. And I want to ask the new CS Murkomew, who I know is equal to the task, to look into the issues that we have in this side of athletics and all the other sporting activities. Once more, I congratulate even Faith and even Wanyonyi himself. The women, the female.
Yeah, honorable members, I want us to bring that debate to an end at that. There is very critical business coming under order number 10. And you note the chair for Budget and Appropriations Committee has been sitting in the House through. I would wish that members begin looking at that business. Let me also, honorable members, under the relevant provisions of our standing orders, rearrange the order paper. You want to call it first? Yeah, call the next order.
Order number 8, motion. Inspection visit to semi-autonomous institutions of the East African Community in Uganda. Question to be put.
Yeah, so the motion under order number 8 will be rearranged to come after the motion appearing under order number 13. Next order.